everyone, my name is Iris Grossman, and I am a 2013 STAGG alum, a 2017 University of Illinois alum, and currently a class of 2020 DePaul University College of Law student. While I was a student here at STAGG, I participated in a lot of different activities. Some of my favorites were the powerlifting team, which I was one of the first women members of. I was also the football team manager my senior year, which was a terrific experience because I love football and I love being part of the team. And I was also a member of the Social Action Club with Mr. Wendelin and Miss O'Garrick. My whole life leading up to high school and during high school, I had always had a lot of pets, and I loved working with animals. That's why it was my dream to become a veterinarian. My senior year of high school, I decided to apply to and got in to the University of Illinois because of their terrific animal science program and the veterinary school. So after I graduated from STAGG, I headed down to Champaign and started my freshman year at U of I. I loved school. I took a lot of classes with different kinds of animals, and I also took a lot of science classes. I also got a job at the Meat Science Lab at the University of Illinois. You're probably thinking, what is the Meat Science Lab? That sounds so weird. I guarantee you it was not as weird as it sounds. A lot of what we did was different taste tests with bacon flavors and different tests to figure out the fat content of ground beef samples, for instance. Freshman year was terrific, and sophomore year started out the same way. In addition to all my animal science classes, I also took a drawing class sophomore year, which led me to pursue a minor in art and design. Mostly just because I enjoyed doing that, and I thought art was really fun. As sophomore year went on, I started to really struggle with my upper level chemistry classes. And part of what you need to apply to veterinary school is a lot of chemistry. I faced a really tough decision whether or not I could still achieve my dream of going to vet school. Because honestly, I just could not see myself taking any more chemistry classes. Ultimately, I decided that veterinary school was not on the table anymore. Well, what was I going to do now? I still had my job at the Meat Science Lab, which I really enjoyed. I had also started a research project at the Meat Science Lab about how different sized feed particles affected stomach ulcers in pigs. So I decided to pursue this meat science career path and see where it took me. Later on sophomore year, I decided to join the meat judging team. Again, you're probably thinking, what is the meat judging team? Does she get to try different meat and see which one she likes the best? No, although I wish, that would be great. It's actually a real university team, and we had a lot of practices, and we had competitions all over the country. Most of what we did was look at different classes and cuts of meat and decide which ones were the best based on leanness, muscling, and quality. I really enjoyed the meat judging team, and that took up most of my sophomore year. Over the summer, I actually got to travel to the University of Nebraska at Lincoln and present my research project that I had been working on throughout the year. At that competition, I won first place in the undergraduate competition, which was awesome. I was really gung-ho about meat science and started off junior year on my meat science high horse. Early on in junior year, I went to a career fair and secured an internship with a company called Cargill for the following summer. As junior year went on in the fall, I was really excited for my upcoming internship, but I also was getting a little sick of meat judging and decided that I needed to take a break after it was over. So spring of my junior year, I took a break from meat science, and I actually took a really interesting class as part of my art and design minor, in ancient Greek architecture. I loved this class. It was awesome. It made junior year super fun. That class ended, junior year ended, and the summer came. And let me tell you, when the Cargill team called me up and said that I would be spending my summer in Springdale, Arkansas, all I could picture was little tumbleweeds blowing through the wind. I did not know anything about Arkansas. I had never met anyone from Arkansas, and I was a little apprehensive about going to this internship. But ultimately, I decided to give it a try, and I also decided that this internship would be the make or break experience for meat judging, or meat science, excuse me. Throughout that summer, I learned everything you ever wanted to know about how to process a turkey. From turkey bacon to deli meat turkey, anything you want to know about turkey, I'm your girl. I really enjoyed my internship. I made a lot of friends, and it was a great experience. But in the end, I decided that I could not see myself working in a processing facility like this for my entire life, and so that was the end of meat science. And ultimately, I'm not sure if this one works either. Hello? Oh, well. Can you all hear me back there? Okay, great. So, the animal science graduate programs, all these different programs, and through sheer perseverance on the part of my parents, going to law school would also give me an opportunity. There we go. Cool. Would also give me an opportunity to help people, which is something that I really wanted to do. I could also continue being a student. Since preschool, and even to this day, I have always loved being a student. Thanks to the supportive and influential teachers that I've had throughout the years, school has been by far my favorite thing in life. That's why I knew that law school was where I belonged. This past May, I graduated from the University of Illinois and knew that I would be soon embarking on the most challenging academic adventure of my entire life, DePaul University College of Law. Over the summer, I volunteered at a legal clinic that provides free legal services for people going through foreclosures and also for people who seek name changes. This was a great experience just to get my feet wet in the legal community. So let's fast forward to today. I'm a little over halfway through my first semester in law school, and I couldn't be happier about my decision to pursue a career in law. I'm also the first-year representative of the Arts and Cultural Heritage Law Society, so who knows, maybe I will get to work with archaeologists after all. I love all of my classes, my professors, living in the loop with my dog Pickle. I think there's a picture of her up here. Oh, no Pickle, but here's me with some fun animals. And I love living in the loop with her, and overall, the feeling of growing up. Looking back, and even though I'm not really that old, I've grown so much since my time as a stag charger. I've changed my mind so many times, from being a veterinarian to being a meat scientist to figuring out how I could be an archaeologist in Greece to being a lawyer. I've participated in some really random clubs and activities over the years, and I don't regret any of it. Each of them has helped me to become an eclectic and generally well-rounded person. They've all helped me to figure out what I like to do, what I didn't like to do, and have led me to meet some incredible people along the way. Bouncing around to different interests through college is something that I highly recommend, because you never know what you might love until you try it. So maybe I won't end up practicing criminal law. Maybe I'll do something else. Who really knows? For me, growing into the person that I want to be has never been about my end goals, because they kept on changing. And I assume that they'll continue to change throughout my life. Growing to me has been more about pursuing different passions and different avenues that I enjoy learning about. Moving forward, I encourage all of you that are about to embark on the next big scholastic adventure to pursue your options and expand your horizons, because I guarantee you that they'll teach you important lessons that will benefit you throughout the rest of your life. Thank you.